We're live.
Yay.
Hello and welcome. I am Ronnke, your GM, and joining me today in order of their character avatars, we have Nosh, Mel, FX Engineer, Gigaman, and Rigel Kent. Today we embark on our Star Wars campaign titled Vanguard using the very awesome and versatile GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games. Not everyone can watch the live stream, but worry not. Our sessions are available on YouTube and as audio-only podcasts. You can find the links in the video description. If you find our content appealing and engaging, we kindly request that you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Before we dive into the action, does anyone have any character business they'd like to address?
Yes. So I have put a point into electronics ops communication, raising it to 14. I put a point into piloting high performance spacecraft. I put 2 points into that, raising it to 16. And I put a point into shadowing, raising it to 13.
You did shadowing, yes. So, yep, that's all good.
Oh, he said shadowing. I was like, did he say showering? I didn't realize that was a skill.
Shadowing.
I would imagine that if there ever was a need for a showering skill, it would be for a Wookiee.
That's a good point.
Housekeeping.
Imagine how much shampoo they go through.
Now I've just got this image of Wookiees licking themselves clean like a cat.
Now that's more like
Tina.
Nope, nothing from me.
Bosco.
Well, Bosco would like to raise his diplomacy up a point and interrogation. We did use those last time.
Yep.
And we had talked about piloting. I don't know if you're gonna let me do it. I was shadowing Darryl, but I'd like to put a point into piloting if possible. If not, then
So, do you have the skill at all?
I don't.
Give me an IQ roll.
Okay, just straight IQ.
Straight IQ.
How's that?
It would appear that you shadowed him enough to learn how to fly.
At least I know a couple of buttons I could press without ejecting everybody from the ship.
I would assume that when you're doing that, during non-critical times, he'd hand over the stick to you and you can fly around.
Cool. So then I put a few points. I gotta calculate, but I have enough. So interrogation, diplomacy, and then piloting. I'll raise this up.
Just, I think everyone already knows, but you can only raise a skill 1 level per session.
I was going to say that was a house rule we've been using, but since the last time I said that turned out to not be true, then I kind of wonder if that's not the case here.
That you can increase more than 1 level per session?
I don't think there's an actual limit.
Well, we'll continue with the house rule. That stops someone from being a complete noob to elite in 24 hours. Nim.
Negative.
And luck.
I had something, but I don't know what it is, so apparently not.
Was it something you did last session?
I don't remember now. It's no problem. I clearly don't need to spend any points.
All right, cool. Well, quick recap. You guys made your way onto the Corsair's station. I should bring up some images. Where are we? You made your way onto the Corsair station, known as Corsair's Roost. This was a sort of patchwork station built from bits of ships and stuff like that. You can recognize ships in the superstructure of the station. You then set about looking for Dexar. Let me find him. This guy. He's your target. You're on a mission for Nara to extract him from the Corsairs, either willingly or unwillingly. Fortunately for you, it appears that he is willing to leave, but there's some complications. He can't leave right away because he has told you that if he's to leave, then he has to leave with this guy. Which I'm not sure if any of you know of him. Luck, maybe? There's a potential for Luck to have heard of him. So, we left it with Dexa saying that before we leave, we have to make sure that we leave with Saw Gerrera. And I believe that's it for the recap. I don't think we got to anything else.
What did he tell us about Saw Gerrera? I think because this happened offline, right? I don't think we actually role played that part.
It wasn't role played. We ended when he basically described the guy that you have to liberate as well. Not that he's necessarily a prisoner here. So we will begin back in the cantina where we left off. Too many images.
I have a kind of a dumb, kind of like a off-topic question, but it is about about the game, if I can
Yep.
ask. 'Cause just in the Star Wars universe, I don't know, how does communications work? Can we? Is it like fast? I don't know. Can we communicate across different zones or whatever, or is it just like short range? To the planet, or
Hologram.
There is
can
a
I talk
thing
to
called the
somebody like?
HoloNet. So you could do a HoloNet call to someone anywhere in the galaxy.
Don't ask
'Cause
how
I'm-
it works, though.
Okay, because I'm just thinking, I'm trying to be a little bit more, use my contacts and stuff a little bit better. Because I'm just wondering, hey, like if I'm not on the planet where my contact is, can I call him on the walkie-talkie and say, hey, dude, I got a question for you?
You can.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
I don't think contacts are necessarily location specific.
I mean, I
So
don't
as long as you
either,
can
but
contact them, then
I
they
just
can
think it's kind of
give you
has to make
information.
I think in the game it would just have to have some sort of logic to it, And since we're like in a space opera game, just trying to figure out how that works.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. That it's basically just dependent on the whether or not in the world you can actually contact them. Because I ran into that issue with Sea Dogs trying to figure out how that would supposedly work.
Yeah, so as long as you can contact them, you can get information. And I think contacts are a per day thing, per in-game day.
Right.
I keep messing those up. Contacts are in-game day. Patrons or patrons and allies are per session, I think.
Allies are definitely per adventure, as are enemies, I believe. Not sure about patrons.
All right, so that answers your question.
Yeah, I think to me it kind of makes sense, maybe per scene, or per, depending on what's going on in the adventure. Or I guess per day could make sense as well.
Righto. So, Dexter says, I can't leave without Saw. Now begin. He will turn to who's sort of established themselves as the leader. I think Luck. Or actually, Nim's been doing most of the talking. So he will address Nim and he'll say, that's not going to be a problem, is it?
I don't know. How big is he?
He's just a guy. But he'll have some stuff.
You should have a team. Where's the rest of his team?
You know of him?
I may have worked with him once or twice.
He's solo on this one. He got separated from his team. I guess his team consists of me now.
Meanwhile, Lex trying to figure out what the hell Saw would be doing with these pirates. Because, Saw is all about punching the Empire in the nose. Well, I guess you need to put us in contact with Saw then.
I can arrange a meeting. If he'll meet. He's somewhat secretive.
Yep, sounds like Saw.
Well, I'll arrange a meeting. When we meet, will it just be you lot? There's no one else? No unexpected faces should show up?
Not on our side.
Very well. I'll arrange a meeting. I will leave a message with a barkeep to get in contact with me when we're ready.
Right.
With that, he will leave.
As soon as he's gone, I'm going to tell everybody, well, this is going to end up turning into a firefight. Because if Saw Gerrera is involved, it's either going to be a firefight or there's going to be some explosions somewhere.
Well, we didn't want to get bored, did we?
All right, so what's your plan? Going to do anything in particular?
Where exactly were we having this conversation? I know we moved away from the cantina.
No, I think it was in the cantina. It was just off to one side.
Where it was secret. So you, what is your plan? You don't have a meeting location. You don't have an exact time or anything. You're just told that a message will be left with the barkeep.
Yeah, at the moment, I don't know if we have a plan.
Is there anything in
Nope.
particular you want to do?
Find a well of inspiration.
I'd like to find a location suitable for this upcoming firefight. Preferably one that advantages us somehow. Actually, I suppose, joking aside, if that at our ship would probably be the right place to do that. In case we need to beat a hasty exit.
Not our ship. It needs to be that conveniently located YT-2400.
Or that.
So you're going to do a ship exchange?
No, we'll take them both.
That'll work. You got 2 pilots now.
More than 2. I'm fairly certain Nim can fly.
Nim can fly.
Tina might be able to fly. I might be the only one who can't.
Fair enough. Well, unless you have something else that you want to do, time will pass.
Tina is going to use her time playing off of her careful quirk and go double check everything that she's packed on her person and everything is situated at the ship to make sure everything is good and ready for whatever happens.
Right, so what's stopping us from just getting the 2 of them walking right back onto the ship and flying off?
As far as you can tell, nothing.
And if we were to do that, probably the worst thing that Ral could do would be to pursue us in space.
You would assume that would be the case. I guess he could message his
Yeah, it's possible.
I guess the cap and tell them to stop all ships.
So what would be the Star Wars thing, version of the thing that you would use to check somebody for a bug? Because Tina's going to prep one of those.
That is electronics ops surveillance. I guess you could also, if you're checking for a bug, if you're using like a bug detector, that might be communications.
I think that would be sensors, actually. Not
Oh,
sure about that, though.
True. Ultratech actually has a bug detector. Maybe in the write-up it'll say what skill.
That's true.
Does Tina have a bug detector?
No, but she might go acquire one.
Well, this is probably a great place to find a bug detector. Also, bugs.
So after she noses around the ship, takes stock of what's there. Thanks.
Give me an observation or perception roll in the box, please, Tina.
Okay.
Okay, Tina, you will notice when you sort of head back to the ship and you're checking everything over, you will see that there's one of the locals is sort of paying attention to your ship. So you've got it parked there. This guy's sort of walking around it, looking at the ship. Not necessarily checking it over. He's just taking a look at it. Perhaps, given the context, perhaps he recognizes the ship or something like that.
Okay, she's just gonna kind of walk up and, stick her hands in her overall pockets and, fly casual and say, "Hey there. Quite a ship, isn't it?"
It is.
She stabs him in the neck.
Says, who might you be?
Oh, name's Tiny. And you? Who are you?
Pete.
What kind of Star Wars name is Pete?
She's going to body language all that up.
He has one eye, doesn't he?
And a parrot on his shoulder.
So can she body language to see if he's like, is his name really Pete?
Well, that would be detect lies.
She didn't have that.
I think detect lies has a body language default. Anyway, roll body language. That's in the box, please. Right. From his body language, you can see that he's curious. You don't know whether he's lying or anything like that, but you can see he's curious.
You're going to have to shank him to death.
She'll just smile and say, Pete, that's a nice name. Very straightforward.
It is. Pete the Pirate, they call me.
Pete the Pirate. Nice. Do you have
Stab
a parrot?
him in the eye. Stab him in the eye so Daniel will be right. He'll be one-eyed, the pirate.
Do you have a parrot?
No, but I should get one. What's a parrot?
That's a shame. I don't know. Read some old Hollow novels or something where they talked about pirates used to have a parrot on their shoulder.
Ah, kind of like a little Minoc.
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's something called a bird, like a bird with wings and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was an old. Oh man, what was the name of that? It's old Hollow novel. It's called Sea Dogs. Yeah, that was the one.
can't say I've watched that one.
That was an awesome series.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I'm sure it was. Is there anywhere I could look that up?
I don't know. Is
Oh
there
my god.
someplace like I don't know, like maybe on the HoloNet or something? They might have like a link out there.
I'll endeavour to look at it. Sea Dogs, you say?
Yeah.
I'll look
I
it
have
up.
not endorsed this promotion.
Anyway, how can I help you?
Oh, is this your ship?
I don't know that it would necessarily call me mine.
Since
but
you succeeded your body language, when he says, "Is this your ship?" you can see that he's definitely sort of probing you for info. Like maybe looking to see if you're going to slip up. Not necessarily yours. You part of the crew then?
I've done some work on her.
I see.
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just recognized this girl. Just wondering where the crew might be.
I don't know. I think first time I saw her was I think she was empty. Like there wasn't anybody left on her. I don't know what happened to him.
That's both true, actually.
Well, I'd like to catch up with the crew. They ain't been seen around for a little while.
Tina just kind of shrugs. Say, "I'm sorry. I really don't know where they are." Did you ever fly on this ship? Or did you just know her crew?
Well, if it is the ship that I'm thinking about, I only know the crew.
Nah. It's a good ship. I hate that she was abandoned.
Abandoned, you say? But she wasn't here earlier.
Oh, no, abandoned where she was found out there, and she kind of points out to space.
I see. Can Tina give me a reaction roll? Add any modifiers that you feel are appropriate in this case. Unless you want to use an influence skill for a good reaction.
Okay, give me a second. She's got a few things. So she has honest face and disarming smile, but I think disarming smile only works with diplomacy, if I remember right.
Disarming, if I recall, it gives you a free diplomacy roll or one of the skills without
Right.
having to say anything.
Oh, okay. And she's been talking, so that doesn't apply. But she does have honest
Well, no,
face.
you can still use it.
Yeah, technically. Now, honest face doesn't actually help here, as we discovered. Basically, it means that you look like the sort of person that someone could confide in, but it doesn't actually give you any bonuses to convince somebody you're telling the truth.
I gotcha. Okay, so she does have fast talk.
Okay, you can roll that.
Do you want it in the box or?
No, you can roll it out. That's if you want to influence instead of go with the general reaction.
Let's see, fast talk at 12. Reaction, I don't know that she would get anything from reaction. She only gets like modifiers from merchant for buying and selling and workaholic. So let's just do fast talk.
Well,
You seem to be really good at bullshitting.
Success by 3.
He will say, well, if you see the crew around, let them know that Pete's looking for them. Might ask a few questions myself, see if anyone's seen them.
Should probably ask who the crew are.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, well, seriously, do you have any information on them? Like there was nothing in here.
Sure.
She'll take whatever information he has and look very earnestly like she really wants to do the right thing.
He says, there was 4 of them.
Technically, there were more than 4.
Actually, there's one more hidden in the back there. Big hairy guy. A redhead lady with an
Yeah,
ultra
probably.
slim waist. Or Barbie doll waist. And a couple of others. He
short
gives
guy
you...
that wore a handkerchief around his neck.
Does he show me the actual picture?
No, he doesn't show you the picture, but he describes these guys.
Okay, so she'll like take out her data pad and like make a few notes, dutifully, like, she really wants to help.
He says, well, much appreciated. Guess I best be on my way. And he will sort of walk off and he'll sort of be looking over the ship as he sort of goes, and then he gives you a look and a nod. And then
Tina just
continues
gives him
away.
She gives him a nice smile and waggles her fingers at him in a friendly way.
A disarming smile, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Does she actually have diplomacy?
No, she actually doesn't.
So that
Is
doesn't really do
disarming-
anything for you.
Is disarming smile diplomacy or is it fast talk?
I'd have to
I'd
look
say
it up. I
fast.
don't have it open.
I want to say it's fast talk. In any case, he will walk off and sort of disappear into the throng of people that are going about their business here. Tina, you continue your rounds.
Yep. She'll do that, and then after that she is going to go shopping and see if she can find a scanner to detect like tracking devices. And she also wants to go buy a tattoo kit.
All right, give
Does she
me
need a tattoo kit?
an IQ or merchant roll.
Wouldn't you want
Success
to know?
means you find the stuff you want.
They have a tattoo kit, but it's not pink.
All right, so you wanted a tattoo kit and a bug detector.
Bug scanner or detector. Just like handheld kind of thing.
All right, the tattoo kit is fairly routine. I imagine pirates tattoo themselves all the time, so you can find that easy enough. But the bug detector, you find one, but it is in need of some repair.
She can work on that.
The guy who has, a bunch of junk, is basically just a junk trader. There's stuff everywhere, kind of like a pawn shop. He will give me a reaction roll, or you can actually give me a merchant roll here.
Right. He said pawn shop.
I know. Almost said something.
That is not what I heard.
You never know; it might actually be a.
Oh, there's my
shop.
critical failure.
All right. So, given that it's broken, he's still going to sell it to you for full price. He says it may not work and may need a little bit of fixing, but it's the only one on the station, and this is what I want for it.
She'll kind of and be a little unhappy about that. Let me check something. Okay, she's not greedy or anything. Okay, so she'll grumble, but she'll go ahead and pay what he's asking for it.
So whatever the Ultratech amount that is.
Okay, and I'll see if do you happen to know if like a tattoo kit is in any of the books?
I don't know.
I have my doubts.
We'll say a fair price would. Oh, there is a calligraphy set, I think, in the GURPS books.
Okay.
That would be use that as the value. Failing that, I don't know, $100. Was it Scribe's equipment? Actually, we have the items. Yeah, I can't see.
Well, getting a tattoo is apparently a $200 simple procedure.
Not that we're really tracking money.
Okay. Well, I can look all that up while you guys do your stuff. I don't want to take up too much time.
All right, so Tina, you will find your stuff. Your bug detector is in fact broken. It is not working. You'd have to do a electronics repair surveillance to fix it. And I think different electronics default to each other at -2 or -3. The rest of you, anything going on with you guys?
I'm trying to think of something, but like I said, my brain has been mushed this week. I can't think of anything other than just listening in on various rumors and such like that.
Give me listening in on rumors. Say Streetwise. Do you have Streetwise?
Nope.
Well, if we're all hanging out together and we don't have anything better to do, may as well pool those efforts.
Are we just trying to gather information on this guy?
More or less. Well, or whatever.
Well, let me so yeah, Saw Gerrera, right? We're trying to
I think it
take
was
him with
just
us.
general rumors.
Yeah, I was
Well,
just going for general stuff at the moment.
okay, so can I try using some of my contacts? I got some specific skills for them just to kind of try to follow the rule books from GURPS.
Okay. Which contact are you trying to contact?
So I'll probably try two of them. I've got, hold on, let me pull them up real quick. Traits. So I've got my contact over at Novasec. He's got current affairs regional. I'm not sure like what would constitute a region in Star Wars.
It'd be like a sector. Actually, probably a little bit more. Maybe sort of rim, like mid-rim, outer rim, core.
Would the region, would it cover, our current mission? Like would our current mission fall within that region?
Well, no, because I don't think you're publicizing your current mission.
Well, we're not in our home sector right now.
Yeah, we are.
We're in the home sector. We're not in our home system.
Well, I mean, the skill I think would be, it's a current affairs regional, so I'll call him up. If he answers, he's my contact, so he's a positive reaction role. He's not, I could give him. I'm like, hey, I'm working on something. Have you heard anything in the pipeline that might be related? And that would be my skill role for him. That's what I.
All right, we'll
kind of
see if your
envision.
contact's available.
Okay.
So you will find a HoloNet terminal. It's off in a little corner of the cantina.
Okay, so available. Seems like he could be available.
All right, so he will reply, and you will see a holo image of your contact. He says, Bosco, what can I do for you? Where are you? It's really noisy there.
He's like, sorry, Tim, I can't tell you, but I'm working on one of those missions that I typically do, as you well know. I'll give him a quick rundown of, I give him like enough information to be able to answer the question, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, enough information on what? What is your question first?
I thought we were just trying to get general information on what the Crimson Corsair, Saw Gerrera, Dexter Taoni. So my question is, have you heard of anything that's going down that might be of use that would fall under that skill?
Okay, so give me his skill roll.
Okay, and
What would you call that? So that would be sort of a regional law enforcement situation, I guess.
He doesn't know anything about Dexa. He knows the Crimson Corsairs. He tells you that they are pirates. The information that you get on the Crimson Corsairs is nothing new to you, nothing that you haven't already learnt through the course of your endeavors and stuff. He tells you that Saw Gerrera is a known terrorist and resistance sympathizer. Word is that he is rather brutal when it comes to dealing with the Empire. But he's listed as a terrorist and a wanted person.
Do you know? Can you check your file to see what any recent terrorist activities that he's linked to? I say terrorist with air quotes.
He'll list a few incidents that have taken place where he has led operations against the Empire. However, none of them are really specific to what you're doing at the moment.
Okay.
It's just general stuff.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Appreciate that, Tim.
His whereabouts is unknown. And yeah, he's a wanted individual. I guess the Empire have a bounty on him.
I was going to say, how much?
Let's make up a figure: 50,000 credits.
Oh, this is bad. My disadvantages are fighting against each other. My greed, my greed versus my sense of duty to the rebel cause, such as it is in this timeline.
Internal conflict is very dramatic.
Roll your greed.
Of course, I opened my mouth. All right. It's weird. I can't really roll it directly from my traits. I have to create like another section, right? For
Yes.
it somewhere.
In the others tab of your abilities tab.
I'm just gonna add it real quick. Give me 5 seconds.
Streetwise, for those that are okay, so you don't necessarily have to be. You're not compelled to be greedy in this particular case. Although,
well, he's
you
thinking
kind of
about
want
it.
to.
I think I'm gonna leave it up to, if Bosco likes the guy or not. And
50,000 credits is a lot.
It's more than my month's salary, a little bit more than my month's salary.
Well, that's a month that you don't need to work.
Yeah, I can invest that. Okay, no, I appreciate it. I give him some thanks, and then I say, look, dude, next time I'm back in on planet, I owe you one. Next round's on me.
Well, let me know when you're back. Good luck.
Bosco out.
All right, so you finish your conversation, and is there anything else that you wanted to do?
The only thing is I had the conversation. I had the rest of the group was there, I think, except for Tina. I'm not sure. If they weren't, then I would definitely let Luck know and Nim and say, look, dude, this guy is definitely a rebel sympathizer, and just kind of give him the information that I was given by Tim.
Talking about Saw?
Yeah, about Saw. I mean, you
Yeah,
sort of
Luck
already kind of.
knows that.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
Luck's
He
probably
didn't know.
actually worked with him before.
I didn't know that you knew that he knew that I knew. So I'm just sharing. Sharing is caring. My daughter says.
If you're going to get general rumors, you can give me a streetwise roll. Or if you have another skill that you feel is appropriate.
I happen to have another skill, but it's not very high level. Let's see if he comes up. So on the HoloNet, I contact my smuggler ship captain friend.
Okay.
So for him, I also gave him, he's got current affairs headline news. I don't know if that's going to help me here. So it's, any
More
big
than likely,
news.
it's not going to help you. Not
Yeah.
with specific stuff to what you're doing. You'll get, stuff that's happening. Crimson Corsairs. Crimson Corsairs, attacked another civilian transport en route to Naboo. Fortunately, there was no injuries, but passengers are traumatized. The Empire really needs to stamp down and crack down on these Corsairs. They're causing too much heartache in the region.
And just so we're clear, the Crimson Corsairs are not, I mean, they're pirates. They're not on the Emperor or the Empire or the.
Dad, I want to see a little bit of
rebel side, right?
cartoons.
They're on whoever's side pays the most.
The pirates, they're not on anybody's side but their own.
Exactly that.
If they were on somebody's side, they would be privateers.
Bloody pirates.
So was there going to be a streetwise roll from the others trying to get rumors?
Well, since, let me just, I might as well roll it, or can we do it as a complementary skill, or is everybody doing it on their own?
You can do it as a
Can we
group
help?
effort. Group effort is probably easiest.
Group effort.
Words,
'Cause
yes.
Nim's probably got the highest with his
Yeah.
super duper thing.
I got the lowest.
I've got a 14.
I don't
What?
have it, so I got the lowest.
I guess Luck could just use perception to pick up on the conversation, let somebody else interpret.
Darrell has Streetwise. He could try a roll.
Why the hell not?
I have a 7 in it.
All right, so there's a +1 from an assist.
Oh, barely.
+2 from an assist.
Hold on, I have to make my my fail so I can
God.
make it down.
Or you could just keep your mouth shut.
Why would I do that? That's gonna be. I gotta do math. Yay, I did math properly. Booyah! There's my fail by 6.
Okay, so +1 from an assist.
Evidently.
You got
Wow.
a freaking 16, dude.
Success by 9. All right, so you will hear some rumors. And the thing that attracts your attention the most is a conversation you sort of overhear at a table where some of the pirates are drinking and probably laughing and chatting a little bit too loud. And you'll overhear one of the guys say, Ral has that administrator on, that Imperial administrator on Fantine eating out of his hand.
Dun dun dun. Now I see the truth. We're gonna have to sick Saw on the moth to kill him.
And they'll laugh, and the conversation will continue, and it'll be like, I bet that guy wishes he never contacted Ral at all. And you'll, just for the sake of tying up some loose ends, one of the guys will say, best fun I ever had when we hit that civilian transport and killing everyone. Best fun I ever had.
Bloody pirates.
Remind me what that was?
Your very first mission. You remember the Crimson Corsairs attacked a civilian transport. And normally they will just board and steal all their stuff. But this was...
right.
This was
different.
different.
What's her name?
Yeah, the
diplomat.
Diplomat. Yeah, in this case, they were trying to, destroy the ship and all survivors. They were shooting escape pods and everything. And the guy will say, if it wasn't for that Imperial cruiser that showed up, we would have left no one behind. Just a bunch of burning junk. I swear, we should do more of that. It's like shooting Minox in a barrel.
Who's overhearing?
Well,
Sounds like all of us but Tina, who's off buying stuff. She really should have taken somebody with her.
She's fine.
Probably
Although at
forgot
some
she
point-
wasn't there.
Yeah, although at some point she'll pop in over comms and say, hey, checking in. By the way, there was some guy who was scoping out our ship. His name's Pete. And apparently he knew the folks that used to own this ship. So here's what he looks like, and just keep an eye out for him in case he's around you asking questions. Tina out.
Wait, where? Damn it, she hung up.
Don't tell us how old you are by using the phrase hung up. Bah!
Yikes.
You still hang up when you push the disconnect button. Nobody says I'm going to push the disconnect button. Just not the same when Ronnke's like winding clocks. I'm not even sure I got one that winds.
I used to have a wristwatch that winds. That was the watch I owned before I got a Casio calculator watch. That was the best thing ever.
I had the calculator watch before I got the one that winded, because I got the one that winded when I was in the army, and I saw the stupid thing go ping and fall into the river as I was doing the slide for life.
I had a G-Shock and managed to break it somehow.
You should have taken it back. This is not very G-Shockish.
Well, Jarrell, upon hearing what Tina has said, is going to excuse himself and head over to the ship because he is getting concerned.
He doesn't want a Pete getting all up in his ship.
No, he doesn't want anybody touching him, messing with his ship.
Why? It's a piece of junk. Nobody likes it.
It's
You
his
don't
piece
really
of
like
junk.
it. You don't really like it.
It's his piece of junk.
Until we upgrade to a better one.
He doesn't want Pete touching his junk.
All right, so Daryl, you'll head off towards the ship. Give me a universe reaction roll. On a neutral or better, along your route to the ship, you'll sort of run into Pete.
Take him down a hallway.
Politely snap his neck.
Some arms off.
So as you're walking, you'll walk and you'll see a guy that fits the description of Pete that Tina gave you. He's walking the opposite way.
I instantly shadow him. Let's see if we can get a top.
It's kind of hard for a Wookiee to blend into the crowd, though.
You're a -1 for your size modifier to start with.
Ha!
Somehow he pulls it off.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think you're at a penalty. I think they're at a bonus to see you. Works out the same.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
All right, you will shadow this guy. And where will he go? Surprisingly, he seems to be heading to the cantina.
I tell the others on my communicator that Pete's coming their way, I think. But I'm going to continue following him until he does actually go to the cantina.
He does go into the cantina.
Okay. So then I'm just going to about face and head back to the ship.
All right. You get to the ship.
Make sure nothing's been disturbed.
If that's your intention, to just check it over, make sure no one's messing with stuff.
And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start looking at nav charts as I consider how best to get out.
Start plotting the way out.
Give me a perception-based mechanics starship roll.
Uh-huh.
You do a fairly thorough check over the ship, and as far as you can tell, nothing is being messed with. It's as you left it. There might be a few extra scratches from people moving stuff around and knocking the ship, but nothing major.
Okay.
And if you're poring over charts, what is the effect of poring over charts that you want to achieve?
I think I just would like to get a bonus on whatever nav roll I'll have to make to get us out of here fast.
Okay. We'll consider that an extra time bonus. The rest of you will notice Pete step into the cantina. He sort of stands at the doorway, and you see that he's looking around, scanning the place to see. He's obviously looking for someone.
Well, we're not the people he's looking for.
You will continue to observe. He obviously doesn't see who he's looking for. He'll walk up to the bar and he'll speak to the guy behind the bar. They'll chat for a little bit. Is anyone doing anything at this point? Or are you just going to continue to watch?
I have no reason to do anything. Let me see how much the GM can vamp.
Yeah, we are in a holding pattern.
So no one wants to sort of sneak up to the bar and hear what he's talking about?
Damn, I should have gotten like lip reading.
Well, you got a droid.
I don't have a droid with me.
Well, why not?
Because it's a piece of junk. And it's kind of big. It would draw a lot of attention if it just suddenly started floating in there. People might start going, "Oh, cool, target practice."
It's not that big, is it?
Yeah, those things were fairly large. Do you
All
not
right,
remember the droid that was added into A New Hope, the special thing? It's the one that
Yeah,
floated
I
behind the
don't remember that being
stormtroopers.
that big.
It's like, I want to say, just a little under football size.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
It's
I would
pretty
think.
big.
I would call it small.
Yeah, but people would notice it.
Well, I'm sure it'd not be the only one floating around in here either.
all right, so the guy finishes talking to the guy behind the bar, and then Pete will head out again. Time will pass, and then as you're just going about your business, you'll see that the barkeep will talk to someone, and then that someone will come over to you and approach your table. Says, "I have a message from Dexa for Nim." Unless Luck has established himself as being the leader.
No, it's fine.
Whatever. Yeah, what's that?
Dexa said that he wants to meet you at this location, and he will give you a location and some directions.
Right. Is it seedy?
It could be.
Is there anywhere on this quasi station that isn't seedy, I wonder?
The pirate base.
Are all the corners dark?
Most of them are, yes. Except all the dark corners are occupied by seedy people with hoods and stuff. Because that's where they do their thing.
Except for right over there. That corner is well lit, and the guy standing in it seems very wholesome.
He's the worst of them all.
Probably.
He talks in the theater.
There's a god ray that shines on him. Every time you look, it goes, "Wah." You hear angels singing.
which sucks when you're in the theater and you're trying to pay attention to the movie.
So he will then leave and go about his business.
Yeah, it looks like we got a spot for our gunfight and explosions. Shall we?
Should probably find out what we can about that location.
Can't doubt there's anything you can do. What is it? Is it anything even remotely recognizable to us?
No, it's
Is
just
it just an address, or does it have any imagery associated with it?
it isn't a random secret meeting spot. It's like
Random secret meeting spot number 3.
Mm-hmm.
it's like Lover's Lane for secret conversations. Everyone goes there for shady business. Shady Lane, it's called.
Oh, they got them numbered here. That's clever.
All right, I take it you go to Shady Lane.
Well, I suppose the best we can probably do is try to get eyes on the place a little bit ahead of time and observe for a minute or two.
Are you going to call in Daryl and Tina?
At the very least, we will let them know we're moving out and where we're going.
Absolutely going to call them in. We don't want them to miss the excitement.
That's true. They need to get into the explosions and/or gunfight.
There's no explosions or gunfight yet.
Uh-huh.
All right, so
Well, we know there will be.
you will head to Shady Lane, where you will see Dexar, sort of milling about in the shadows, and you'll see a guy that is wearing a cloak with a hood. Definitely being shady. As you guys approach, you will turn to see, or the guy in the hood will turn to see you guys. You'll recognize, well, Luck will recognize Saw. The rest of you all know Dexar. Do people recognize particular clones? Or do you all look alike?
We sort of all look alike because that's why I picked up the mistaken identity, because clones look the same.
Well, they might have scars or tattoos.
Yeah, that's the way they generally did it in the Clone Wars cartoon. That's how you differentiate them. Some of them may have a different hairstyle, or some of them may have gotten a tattoo, or
All right, well, Saw and Dexter are there. Saw doesn't say anything. Dexter will say, "These are the people I'm talking about." They tell me they're willing to help. At which point Saw will say, "Well, let's see. Let's see if they have what it takes."
been a while, Saw.
So we've met.
Right. Yes, it was on Kashyyyk.
Y'all look alike to me.
Says, "Do you have a name?"
Name? Well, I go by Luck.
Luck. Fortunately for you, well, fortunately or unfortunately, a good reaction. Do you want him to recognize you, or do you want him to not recognize you? Or remember you, I should say.
Yeah, might as well.
He says, I remember you. You were a sergeant at the time. You led the 336th in, and he'll describe a particular event.
We did.
He'll turn to Dexter and say, well, at least I know this one's good. Never seen the rest of you.
You're part of my team.
So
We've
you're
giving the Empire some trouble of late.
So you're freelance these days.
For the most part, yes.
We could use someone like yourselves.
I'm not seeing the rest of your partisans.
Yeah. Situation took a bad turn. I got myself stranded here on my own.
Realize these guys are working, or these pirates are working for the Empire, or working with the Empire, right?
I've heard. I know that they've been working with someone on Fantine, the administrator there.
That's the Ares guy?
Ares Krital.
Right, so I'll have to, yep, Ares Krital.
Yeah.
Galaxy be better off without him.
That's the one. Apparently he has some secrets that he needs kept secret. He's turned to the pirates here to help him do that. Don't know exactly what it is, but as I understand, if his secrets become public, the Empire are surely going to lynch him.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Don't really care myself. They're all bantha poodoo, if you ask me.
Yep. Well, why start there? Or why just stop there? We should probably look at taking out the Moff too.
He nods, kind of in agreement without saying it. Maybe he has a plan.
At any rate, sounds like you're in a bit of a jam.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from just walking out of here?
Well, I've got to complete my mission here. The Resistance, they haven't been looking too kindly on the way I do things. They haven't been forthcoming with the equipment I need. Turns out these pirates have been raiding the Empire and civilians for a long time. They've managed to mass a fair store of equipment. An arsenal, I would say. My people could use that. We were hoping to liberate some of that equipment.
Okay. Where's it located? Why don't we just liberate it now?
Well, liberating it's just the first part. We've got to get it off the station as well. Like I said, things didn't go to plan. And I'm stuck here without a ship.
That ship is pretty small.
I did see 2400 in the cargo bay, though.
That'll do just fine. Plenty of storage in that one. but I need some guns. The most of the people here, as you know, are going to be quite loyal to Ral Tarak and not inclined to help me take his stuff. Dexa here has been feeding me information and is willing to help. Considers himself a bit of a flyboy. Yet to be seen, though. But so far his information's been good.
Well, he had a high score on last Starfighter until recently.
He says, what's that?
Yeah, never mind.
Smart ass. So what's the plan then? Where's the kit located? How do we get it out of here?
He says they got the bulk of the stuff that I need in the armory. And he'll give you some, a tactical rundown of the armory. Sufficient for you to make a tactics roll. And
I can try that.
These as planning points.
Booyah!
Ooh,
Success
nice.
by 7.
So that's 3 planning points.
I was just wondering if you could expand your luck to include tactics.
He says the armory unfortunately is under constant guard. The only person that has the key is Ral himself. Carries that thing around with him all the time. So, unfortunately, we're going to need a splicer.
Well, Luck is going to be thinking about it. Is everybody actually there? Is like Tina and Daryl there as well?
It's up to them whether they wanted to turn up.
Yeah, I figured at some point Tina and Daryl would wander up.
Well, the thing that Luck is thinking of, because of something that Tina has in her possession now, he's going to probably pause and ask Saw. He's like, "Okay, well, what's underneath the armor?"
He will walk to a secluded, like an area of shady lane that will hide you guys from anyone seeing from outside the street, and he'll bring up a sort of map. He says, "This here is the armory. Underneath, it looks like the fuel refinery."
Because what Luck is actually thinking is like, we can get Tina underneath it. She has a freaking lightsaber. You can just cut through the floor and, well, the roof or the floor of the armory, and bam.
He looks at Tina and says, "She's a Jedi?"
She has a lightsaber. Didn't say she was a Jedi.
Daryl is actually going to stay on the ship. He's more concerned with plotting something successfully.
Okay, you will continue to get extra time bonuses. He says, "That'll help get us past the guards."
Oh, if we need to get past the guards, we can just shoot them.
Well, it's not just the guards. We still need a splice for that door. But if we can find a way through from the fuel refinery, that'll make it easy. We'll still need a transport to haul the goods from the armory to where'd you say? The YT 2400?
Sure. Nim, that'll be your job. We need a cargo lifter.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask how much crap are we talking about moving here?
That was going to be the next question. Now the question is, how big of a cargo lifter do we need?
Big as we can get. I'll take it all if we can.
I'll see if I can lift the lifter.
Then we're going to need multiple cargo lifters.
I don't intend to want to come back here, so if I can get it all, I'll get it all. It'll make my people happy, and we'll be able to bring some pain to the Empire.
That always sounds like a plan.
I don't know what sort of operation you got going, but
Killing imps.
if it benefits you, I'm happy to share a little for your trouble.
Oh, quick question. Would a splicer be something that Tina has in like one of her
You are a
toolkits, or is that
Slicer
or
is
a-
just a Star Wars name for a hacker.
Oh, I thought he said splicer.
I do mean slicer.
Okay.
That's my brain farting.
Wow, I didn't actually hear splicer. Huh.
It could be me.
No, it's probably Brian.
No.
We've heard multiple weirdness with that underworld, underground upside down accent of his.
I was saying splicer, but meaning slicer.
No, we've got the hacking thing covered, I think, in between Nim and Haxerbot.
Yeah,
So
doors aren't the issue here.
You point that out to Saw?
Yeah, we've got the slicing taken care of.
So who's your man there?
Well, I'll have to look at Tina and go, she is an expert slicer.
She'll waggle her fingers and then kind of lift up like the corner of her backpack, and just the top end of Haxerbot, kind of pops out over the top. You see a couple of big old spider eyes peeking out.
Also, she has that thing.
He says,
You're in a pirate base. You could just
not
have
a
it on your
Jedi?
shoulder right now.
Not a Jedi and a slicer with a lightsaber.
Interesting times.
She's a Swiss Army knife of resources.
We're an eclectic bunch.
Things are looking up. Might actually be able to pull this thing off without getting myself killed.
Also, I have a normal size head.
Luck is totally just going to give Nim a, the frick are you talking about kind of expression.
What? You guys all have tiny heads.
Focus on the mission.
Saul will just sort of shake his head.
So now we need to be able to get into the fuel refinery without drawing too much attention. B, I think that's going to be your job.
I think I can handle that.
Outstanding. All right, let's get it done so we can get out of here. Hopefully don't have to blow this place up.
Oh, we do.
Saul shrugs. Either way, doesn't worry me. I'm just here for the goods.
That's right. He absolutely has the callous disadvantage. Actually, I'm not sure if he does now that I think about it. Because I'm remembering how he reacted in Rogue One to the notion of sacrificing a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see him having Callus, but
Limited. It could be
also-
limited.
Well, I don't know if you can limit it, but I was going to say it's like have Callus, but then if he's like got the sense of duty to the Resistance or the Rebellion or whatever.
Maybe just a quirk level Callus, like a pragmatic, militarily pragmatic.
Either way, doesn't faze me if we leave this place a burning hulk. Probably be doing the galaxy a favor.
All right, so we got Tiny with the hacking, Bosco with the smoothing over of funny business, and Nim and potentially Darryl with the lifters. And as usual, luck with the security. That sounds like the plan that we have.
Yep.
I guess there's no reason Saw and Dexter couldn't be involved here. Although I'm guessing Dexter is going to need to be in a position where he can make sure that Raul isn't notified.
I'll do what I can, but I need to tread lightly. I don't want to give Raul any ideas that my loyalties lie elsewhere.
Nah, just avoid him. If he shows up, we'll shoot him in the face.
Dexter will sort of nod to that.
All right, let's get it on.
All right, so first montage.
So the question I have for the montage is, what is the soundtrack? Are we using the A-Team soundtrack or the MacGyver soundtrack?
Good question. What about Team America? We need a montage. So, who's going to montage first?
Wait, how are you having this montage?
We'll resolve it with some skills where necessary.
Yeah, I know, but you said who's gonna montage first? How do you mean that?
Well, who's doing? Because you're each responsible for different things.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So, who wants to be first in the montage?
Let's see. What do I have that works for this montage? Crap. At best, I think it's probably observation. Maybe soldier. Actually, soldier would probably cover the various stuff that I'd have to be doing to pull security. Yeah, I'm going to go with soldier for luck. And a success by 1 on the soldier. I tried to fail, but I failed at failing.
All right. So, what are you trying to do?
He
How are you
is
contributing?
he is pulling security and doing, basically making sure that everybody is aware of the various goings on, and effectively Overwatch, and it's an Overwatch and or directing traffic.
Okay.
So basically, in the background of everyone else's montage, Luck is standing there, arms crossed, silently disapproving.
Maybe.
All right, so you'll be keeping your eye out, and we may perhaps deal with you later. Who's the
That
next
sounds fun.
montage?
Let's go with Nim, who will likely be using, I think, electronics operation security to hotwire the lifters.
All right, give me a universe reaction roll first. This will represent the ease at which you have access to these lifters.
Right. God help us.
Nice.
It's going to be like that.
Oh, sorry. We want high
All
on
right,
those rolls.
so we will assess a -3 bad.
Well, fortunately, I don't suck. I could potentially use help, though.
Not on our montage.
Let's see. I have gear. Electronic lockpick, which should offset that, and I should be okay, so I'll just run with that for the time being.
I'm also going to get you to make a stealth roll as part of your montage.
Damn it!
As well.
I already put the mod in.
Well, keep doing that roll. So roll your do the roll you're doing for your montage. But I'm also going to get you to make a stealth roll as well.
Oh, it's not. Okay, gotcha. I'm just going to make the stealth roll first because it makes more narrative sense.
Wow.
Damn.
So you're going to be able to pull this off unnoticed?
I will move like a shadow in the night. The thing.
And I'll get you to make one roll for each lifter that you want to liberate.
Damn it. Jit. Oh, damn it, it didn't roll. Go. There we go.
So you have at least one lifter.
All right. I think we're going to end up needing two, and we'll let Daryl know that he's going to be driving. That was that.
Unless these are droid lifters.
That's true.
No, these are like the mule from Firefly.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain about any of those rolls.
So you will actually, you can narrate, set the scene and narrate what Nim does as you liberate these two lifters.
Now you're going to make me think about it.
Sure.
First off, you've got at the hangars, you got two lifters parked there because somebody's in the middle of a cargo transfer operation, and they're arguing about about who's getting the split over what cargo, because this is some pirate haul. And While they're busy arguing, he comes out of the shadows, hops into the thing, hotwires the lifter, and rides off. And then they turn around and see that the lifter's gone,
Get
and
into
they
an
start
argument,
arguing some more.
and they shoot
And
each other.
there may be punching, if not shooting. And while they're in the middle of that, he pops out of the shadows again next to the other one and drives off in that one.
More
I
punching.
thought you were going
more
to get
shooting.
Daryl to help drive.
Well, he's going to help drive him when we get there.
Okay.
He's got the other one now.
All right. So you leave this area with the two pirates grappling each other on the ground, trying to punch the other out. All right. The next montage.
I think it's going to be Bosco.
So I think if I'm getting the idea of what the montage is supposed to be, I think that Bosco would use like maybe fast talk to talk to different, like the guards or the people, and try to distract them while Nim is doing his stuff and while everybody else is doing their thing. I don't know if that
We got to
works.
get the lifters into the boiler room or whatever the hell it was.
Fuel refinery.
So maybe he could use his skills, his social skills to provide a distraction, maybe get them away from their post for a moment, or have them look away. He's while people sneak behind him, something like that.
Yeah, do that.
And then what I could do, like fast talk.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There's a fuel refinery.
He had to dig one up all of a sudden.
He was ready to pull the trigger on that one. That wasn't dig it up.
Oh my God. I tried to fail as well.
I wasn't supposed to share it then. I was just supposed to open it up. Habit. I clicked the share button. Damn it.
I'm going to use my
Dude, you
luck.
got fast talk by one. That's pretty good. I mean, you succeeded. Remember, this
But
isn't with these.
it's not opposed.
Yeah, with these aren't opposed. These are just part of the montage.
They are potentially opposed depending on what it is you're doing.
Then ignore everything that I just said.
So your montage, if it constitutes multiple things, like you need to somehow talk your way in somewhere, and then you intend to like kill the guards and take their uniforms. That's several elements. So each may require a skill roll. So for example, Nim, he had to stealth, and then do his skill rolls to lift a lifter. So it could be opposed. So this fast talk. What exactly are you doing here?
Well, it could be fast talk, or if you thought something else was appropriate, but basically just talking to them and providing a distraction. Have them, either have them like step away from, I don't know how many there are, all that, I don't know, but I'm just thinking like whoever's, there, they can come like, hey, something's going on, come over here. Oh, I'm sorry, never mind, I thought you could help. So they could step away from their post. Or maybe I'm just talking to them, distracting them while everybody sneaks behind them, with all the cargoes, things like that. So providing a distraction.
Okay. And this is for the fuel refinery, to get access to the fuel refinery, right?
I think so. Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yes, that is what we were doing as far as I was under the impression.
All right. So that will be opposed.
Then I'm using my luck.
All right. So are you going to use your luck to re-roll your rolls, or do you want to use it for my rolls?
I'm just gonna re-roll mine.
Okay.
He did roll pretty high.
Roll twice more.
It's by 7 is the highest, I think.
And then one more. Jesus. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not working for me today. So by 3 is my best succeeded by.
Okay. And since you're going to be trying to slip these lifters into the refinery, can I get pilot rolls? Actually, don't need pilot rolls, but I'll get a stealth roll or a group stealth roll from the 2 people driving.
A stealth roll from.
So I think that's going to be Daryl and Nim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if that's going to be a group, then I'll go ahead and take that one. Daryl has stealth, I presume.
Yeah, it's not great, but I do have.
All right, so
As
if
long
you
as
do
you got
just...
a point in it, it counts. Could have been better, but there we go. That could have been worse, but there we go. You know what? I'm going to make you re-roll that.
Twice.
Damn it.
I forgot that you picked up luck there, Giger. You're going to take that 12, aren't you?
I like that last one better.
All right, so you will manage to get these vehicles in past the people standing guard. And since I allowed Nim to narrate his stuff, Bosco, set the scene and tell us how this all goes down. If you want.
FX is panicking over there.
No, I don't know if I'm good at that kind of stuff.
That's why it's funny.
If you're not good at that sort of stuff, then we insist that you set the scene and describe how this played out, how your montage played out.
And because we're a bunch of jackholes, we start picking on you to do it a lot.
Well,
let's see. So he made a crappy roll.
I'll tell you how I was picturing it, and then maybe you guys can help me fill the details. Because I'm thinking it's kind of like in the cartoons, or it's like I'm sitting there talking to the guards, and everybody else is like, walking or driving right behind them, and they don't even notice. Like it's like so obvious, but I'm distracting them, or at least I think I am. And they're all like tiptoeing behind the guards, back and forth, making the deliveries.
Or getting in this case, it's the lifters into the refinery area.
Yeah, so
and then it's like
Ral said we're implementing a new security procedure on the refinery deck. and he needs you guys to sign for this thing.
But apparently they believed you shit, and they didn't see you sneaking these lifters in. But once you do get lifters in and you've talked to these guys, they will go back to standing watch.
Which will be interesting when we come roaring out of there. And they're like, wait, what?
The fuel refinery area is not entirely vacant. Every now and then you'll see a guy in dirty, greasy overalls or coveralls, carrying a wrench, go turn a valve and go about his job, making sure the refinery runs. But there's not someone there constantly. What other montages?
So, question about the montage is like there were a couple of things mentioned for Tina and Haxer when we were discussing. Is that the time for this, or was that stuff for later during the actual thing?
Depends on what it is you want to do exactly.
Okay, well, there was one thing mentioned about cutting something with the lightsaber, and I'm sorry, I've already forgotten what that was. And then there was something, for Haxer to do, like a hacking thing.
Cutting, using the lightsaber to cut, that will be non-montaged.
Okay. And there was something for slicing. That also non-montage?
It depends entirely on what it is that you need it to slice. Because previously, Saw said that the doors to the armory are locked and only Ral has the key to that.
Yeah, I think he was presuming we were going to go in the front door instead of us going. Nope, we're cutting a big old hole in the ceiling, which means this place will be very interesting here in a little bit. We may need to figure out a way to get everybody out of the refinery.
She could disable the alarms.
Yeah. So if that's something that would be helpful, then yeah, she and Haxer will work on the alarms.
All right.
So we're in the refinery. She hooks up to a thingy. What the hell are we calling that? Access point.
So, Tina, give me a stealth roll to sneak your way into the refinery while Bosco's doing his thing.
Success by 1.
Apparently, you're not noticed. And then give me... You want to sort of disable any alarms in this area, right?
Yes. So if that's like hacking to hack into the system and disable them there, or find somewhere to cut or destroy.
Right, so give me a hacking roll. Hang on a sec. I will get a bad roll for this. So roll a universe reaction roll. This will represent how complicated this task will be. So apparently it's easy.
Yep. Their password is 1234.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get a plus. We'll say +2 on this. This place is not very secure. Wow.
Okay.
Nice. By 14 margin crit. I think you shut off all the alarms in the station.
Yes.
She
These
thought it
are
was
not the
neater that
alarms you're
way.
looking for.
All right, Tina, you may set the scene and describe the events of your montage, how it goes down and what sort of effects it has.
So, for creatively, the visuals, like if you in your mind movie, the visuals change and it's now an anime cartoon. And
God.
Tina and Haxer sneak over to the access point, and basically Tina kind of props back like on the stairs or something and is drinking like a coffee or something while Haxer goes to it. And then Haxer finishes the job in like an amazing way, and like all of the alarms go off like are shut off everywhere, and they do like a little high five, and like Haxer's eyes turn into hearts, just go full anime on it.
That bot is going to turn against you when it realizes it's doing all the work.
And it shows all the Japanese text except it's in Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so alarms go down everywhere. Even collision warning alarms in the docking bays and stuff.
Oops. C'est la vie.
It's fine. It's fine. Just a little extra chaos not here.
That'll help us later.
Totally.
Or not.
All right, so I believe that is all the montages that you wish to set up, unless there's something else that people feel they need to
Can
do.
we get Daryl to do something?
I think Daryl, his montage will be, he'll be on the ship. His will be anime as well. And he'll be going and you'll see all this plotting of courses and potential hiding places in the nebula, and then the communicator goes off and a little thought bubble comes up, or a speech bubble, and it's little Luck who's bothering to interrupt him, and so he goes off, and he's like a skyscraper over Luck, and Luck's pointing and telling him to do things, and it's all animated, and then Daryl just kind of punts Luck, and Luck's jetpack goes off, and he goes like flying off screen, and the next thing you see is Daryl in the loader, and he's still plotting through courses in his mind as he's doing this really mundane thing of moving stuff.
Y'all are weird.
I'm so
Give
happy
me
right
your-
now.
Give me your navigation roll as well. We can say
All right.
you get, you've had plenty of time, so you get a full +5.
Super frickin' weirdos.
So that's the anime Daryl.
I gotta look.
You talking about? That's the anime Chewbacca.
No, it's Daryl and Bosco.
Excellent.
What am I supposed to do? I'm sorry, I'm not. I got distracted for a moment. Sorry.
We call
No.
that kid aggro.
Although, while you were describing all that, I had this mental image. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a cat meme where the cat's going to jump up on something, and then there's all these, calculations and vectors and angles and stuff like that, where the cat's going to jump, and then when the cat actually jumps, it just goes blip and falls flat, misses its mark completely.
I have seen that, and it's hilarious.
That's the image that I had of Durrell doing all his stuff, calculations and whatnot. Okay. All right. Let me bring that map up again.
So you unshared it and now you had to reshare it?
Yes.
It's not very efficient.
Never said I was efficient. Because there's bound to have stuff happen.
Should we just go ahead and take an intermission?
We will say the area that is underneath the armory is at the top of this catwalk here. I should put a box.
This is a pretty cool map. Where'd you get it from?
Cyber Maps. Again, shout out to Patreon guy on Patreon called Cyber Maps. I will endeavour to leave a link in the description. He makes lots of cool sci-fi and post-apocalyptic maps.
Just occurred to me a good animated map to have would be an ocean that's moving.
I do have that for Sea Dogs Season 3, I'm assuming.
Unfortunately, no, but
I do have
was
some.
thinking about it anyway. No, I saw that you had one with the road that was moving, but it hadn't occurred to me until just now that you could do that with an ocean thing.
I do have an ocean one where it actually has a ship, and there's also an ocean with the ship absent, so you can put your own tokens down.
Has that been there the whole time? You gave us a link to all that stuff.
No, this is other stuff that I've got on my.
Okay.
I think it's Dynamic Dungeons made that ocean map. In any case, that's the location where you will need to access the armory. Actually, how about we do take a 5-minute intermission, and I'll go find a couple of speeders.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to need the actual lifters here.
All right, so we'll take a 5-minute break.
Yay, break.
right, we're back.
And we're lost.
All right, so there are those speeders represent your lifters. They look like the mule from what is it, Firefly? Basically,
I think I actually had those.
Big floating platform. The area that you need to cut through the roof is designated by the yellow box there. It's kind of hard to see, but this map is on multiple levels. So there's a level below where you are, and then there's like the level above. This area here is the level below. And over here.
Right.
These stairs take you up. Up to the top part. And I guess there's stairs on the level below that come up as well somewhere. I know, it's a little hard to read. In any case, at present, there is no one about. You've managed to pull off your little stunt to distract the guards that are off this direction somewhere. So you can go about your business.
We go about our business.
Where would you like Saw? He's going to be up the top with you guys.
Yeah, he is going to be telling us which stuff to grab. And probably helping with the grabbing.
Okay. Yeah, good to go.
Well, which one of us are going to be doing like the heavy lifting, and which one of us might be providing Overwatch?
As far as I
Luck's
can tell,
handling the security at the moment.
yeah, as far as I can tell, Luck is doing security. Everyone is helping load the stuffs.
So Luck may be shooting some people.
Okay. Don't worry about that. We're not in any sort of combat time.
Oh, come now. Let's get on with the explosion. We know it's coming.
It's not. All right, Tina. Saul will say, well, this whole plan relies on you being able to do your thing. So, do your thing.
All right, she does the thing. She's going to try to turn it on.
It explodes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to make she does not have the skill to use it, but I figure she can take. It's going to be like a slow. It's not like slashing a lightsaber with like fighting. It's basically going to be slow, like a laser cutter.
Yeah. All right, so you will pull out the lightsaber and activate it. The pink blade extends and stabilizes, and you all hear the hum or familiar hum of a lightsaber.
All right. So just to remind you, I have to make a malfunction roll at 14.
Okay, so roll 3 dice.
Also, she has to make the noises with her mouth.
That is a successful roll to make the noises with your mouth.
Wow, 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 wow.
Did you ever hear that about McGregor and Liam Neeson
When they were
when
practicing?
they were practicing with the lightsabers? They couldn't stop making the noises.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know how anyone could play around with lightsabers and not make the noises.
All right. So assuming it is successful, come on, it doesn't explode, doesn't short circuit or anything, she's going to start laser cutting through the ceiling. Laser cutting. Words.
Okay, so you'll thrust the lightsaber into the ceiling. It takes a little bit, but then you see the metal begins to glow red and then white hot and start to melt. And then slowly you begin to cut a hole, a nice large hole.
Oh, that's weird. Is that blood dripping down from there?
You smell the odor of burning flesh. So you will cut a nice large hole. The floor or the ceiling is just about cut through. Is anyone doing anything to avoid the falling ceiling?
We will not be standing where it falls.
Okay. So, Tina, you begin to finish your cut. I will just crit hunt, since you're doing the cutting, I'll just crit hunt for a dex roll to avoid the ceiling as it falls with a and shakes the catwalk that you're on. Okay.
Nice. Success by 7. She
Not a
Jedi's
problem.
out of the way.
It does make a very loud clang as it falls to the catwalk. But you do see a room above. To get into the room, you're going to have to climb, at least jump to grab the lip and then climb to pull yourself up, unless you have some other means.
Do we have like grapple things in our belts?
We have grapple things.
Okay.
Here and there.
Tina will grapple
I
things.
just realized Tina deactivated all the alarms. Damn it. I was thinking I should have totally hit the emergency venting thing to try to clear everybody out of the fueling thing, but that won't work.
Well, he hits the button and it doesn't do anything. He says, "Damn it."
Yep.
Flashback to Tina's montage, and there's an angry Lux standing in the background with a storm cloud over his anime head.
Okay, so climbing rolls from those people that are going to go in. If you have grapples and stuff, I think that gives you a +2 to your climbing.
Something like that.
All right, Tina, you will hoist yourself up. You'll have to. Tina's short. you take a bit of a running jump and hoist yourself up. Of course, not everyone needs to go up there because you're going to have to hand the stuff down to someone.
Well, Nim will go up.
All right, so we have Tina and Nim up there.
Saw probably wants to go up there since he's the one that's going, yeah, we need this and this and this.
He should automatically succeed.
Up there at least.
He'll go up there himself, and that should be enough. You now find yourselves in a storeroom / armory. Which map was it? Okay, this one. Damn it, keep clicking the wrong button.
Looks like Tina got a little too close to those mortar rounds over there.
So this is the armory. And that is where you guys
Actually, it makes perfect sense for Tina to go up there because she should probably go immediately to the door and hack through it so they can't open it from the outside.
That makes sense. All right, well, depending on how we cut, whatever was in the middle of the room is downstairs now.
Some poor schlep of a security guard was standing in that location and came down with
Him too.
So Tina goes over to the door to
Oh God.
To like do her thing and like shut it and lock it, but she can't help herself and she like peeks out into the hall and looks back and
the
forth
door's
to see
gonna
if
be
there's anything
closed.
interesting.
the door is closed.
Oh, okay. I thought the door was
And
open
locked.
and that's what she was going over there to do. Well, if it's closed, she's going to pop it open and look in the hall and see if there's anything interesting.
All right, you will pop the door open. Shh. And you see, let me put you onto the other map.
Oh dear.
Is it a Star Wars guillotine door?
It is. They all are.
Somebody had to start the fighting. Come on. Things were going way too smoothly.
All right, that is what you see. And those two.
All right. Are they facing down towards her or away from her when she peeks around the corner?
They are facing towards, because the door's not supposed to open.
So we have no element of surprise here because we made a big clang.
And they don't have an element of surprise upstairs either. Because she opened the door.
All right, so you open the door. These guys will look at you, and you can see that they're confused at first because, you're not supposed to be there. Then they will see sort of, they'll catch a glimpse of the hole in the floor, and you'll hear one of the pirates say, "We're being robbed!"
Hit the alarm!
And you see he does hit the alarm, but nothing happens. And he sort of pounds the alarm a few times.
Okay. During all this, Tina will be like, "Oh, crap." And then back into the door, close it, and start trying to lock it.
All right, give me a roll to lock it. I guess you could do electronics repair security systems to make it permanently locked. Actually, no, you just need to blast it. That's how they do it in Star Wars.
That's true.
It's funny how blasting the lock either opens the door or closes it depending on what they need.
Oh, wait, so she fiddles with it for 2 seconds, realizes it's going to take too long, and then pulls out her blaster and pew pew.
Yes, but she pew-pews it in very specific areas.
All right, so the door slams shut, and then the panel ignites in sparks and stuff as you blast it.
And Tina turns around and probably is being stared at by Nim and
Saw, who's like,
and
really?
Saw. And she's like, "There's guys out there. We should probably move."
She's new.
Saw will he'll sort of shout down the hole. "We're gonna have to move fast. We'll have company soon." Oh,
Right.
Well, he didn't want to get bullied anyway.
All right, so you will start. Saul will say, "We want this one, and you'll start.
Yeah, give me a hand.
Loading boxes. You'll lower them down to the people that are down below, and you'll hear. Those of you that are upstairs will hear the sound of clanking on the door as if they're sort of trying to open it from the other side. Then that clanking sort of stops. Just cause. Luck. You will see a dude in his grease-covered coveralls, massive wrench in hand, just sort of casually walking up these stairs. You're above, he's not looking up, he's just sort of walking up the stairs. He's probably got headphones on and listening to some music. That Cantina band.
So Luck is going to take a bead on him, but not actually shoot until or unless the guy actually sees the speeders and reacts to them. I mean, he could stop at the halfway point and fiddle with something here on the wall and then go back down, and that'd be fine.
So he'll continue to walk there, and it looks like he's on his way up. By the look of it, this is on the same level as the speeders.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be elevated.
So he'll continue to walk up. It'll be about there that he'll sort of, through the corner of his eye, he'll sort of catch the speeders. He'll sort of look and then he sort of looks up above the speeders, and you'll see you guys unloading boxes and stuff like that. Is Luck doing anything?
Yeah, he's going to shoot him. You know, pirates and all that.
He could be an innocent. He's just an engineer.
In a pirate station.
All right. So Luck doesn't have any, cannot harm innocents.
Nope.
All right.
I intentionally made sure I did not have those. I almost picked up Callus, but I'm like, no. Maybe later.
All right. So you can make a roll.
14. That should have been. Oh, I screwed that up. I need to adjust that. That should have just been one shot, not 3.
All right. Well, you can
I
roll
forgot
damage
to fix
if
the rate of fire.
you can roll damage if you like, but he's just a mook, so he will go down. He will tumble down the stairs. And of course, the rest of you will hear this blaster bolt.
Stay frosty. Move faster.
We got the time. Good. So you'll begin to continue to load. You get a few boxes or a few crates onto the speeder. And Luck, I guess, since you're on Overwatch, you will hear the sound of some people.
From which direction?
That direction.
Gotcha. Via comms, say, we probably have some movement coming in.
Okay, and I will use, I'll add new parts. Skip those.
Back. Sorry, guys. I had somebody showed up at the door.
Did you shoot him?
No, she gave me some money. We're getting ready to move December 1st, so we've been like selling stuff off. So people just randomly dropping by to pick up things that
All
we're
right.
selling.
So if a fight starts, those people are loading boxes. Are you going to be contributing to the fight, or are you going to try and continue to load boxes?
Would suppose that would be dependent on where the fight is exactly.
You can see these guys here, right?
Did Luck shoot somebody, or were those practice rolls?
Nope, he shot that dude.
Shot an engineer.
Yeah, Luck will probably kill all those guys before we can even do anything about it.
I don't know if that's the case.
I'm pretty good with the rifle, but I'll defer to the leadership if you want me to keep loading.
I think it's gonna depend on how the pirates react. I suspect if they react realistically, they're going to scramble for cover and start shooting at luck. In which case, the dudes loading can load and then maybe shoot and then go back to get some more. Also depends on how many there are and how they're equipped. If I see one of them, toting out a freaking E-web, then I may be going, guys, need to hurry up.
All right, so we'll do it like this. Nim, can you roll a D3, please? This will determine what position you are. If you're up the top, mid-level.
He's upstairs, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm upstairs.
Oh, sorry. So you're going to be skipped then. Tina is going to be skipped as well. And so is Saw.
Until they decide to drop down and say, yeah, we're done.
I guess that would be useful information to know how, percentage-wise, how far into the moving operation are we?
You will have like one speeder, mostly full. Drill. Can I get you to roll a D3, please?
A D3?
Yeah. So you can just roll a D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6.
Or right click on the D6 and select custom dice and select D3.
All right, so
like that.
Darryl, you are up the top. Bosco, can you roll a D3 as well, please? So you are mid-level.
Okay.
That's cool. You can actually drag and drop from one map to the other.
Well.
Oh, I thought you couldn't do that.
So as indicated, the piratical types come charging out, and Luck opens fire and hits one of them by 8, so maximum 3 hits.
I will roll perception to see if he knows you're there.
Well, he will when here shortly.
Just to add a little fuel to the fire, what are the chances those moving boxes right now are carrying things that are explodey?
We will work that out on a... If there's a missed roll that's attacking one of the people holding boxes, and on a 9 or less, that there's a potential to hit the box, then we'll roll universe to see how potentially bad that is.
Well, assuming they know what it is, that may determine their behaviors around it as the blaster bolts start flying.
These guys are going to be dumb pirates. They're not going to know what's in boxes.
I'm talking about us.
Oh, you guys. Well, you will know. Because
if
Saw
Bosco's carrying a crate of grenades right now, he's probably going to want to put it down.
All right, so let's work out. He did see, so he does get a defense. How many shots hit? 3, so do your damage twice.
So no extra. And 23 and 19.
All right, I'm going to make it easy on myself and just remove him.
So Does
Yeah,
that
how
mean?
armored are they?
Yeah, does that mean I have a potential of actually hitting Pirate 6 with the miss shot? I mean, if not, that's fine. I was just wondering.
Sure. Actually, no, because you're firing from top down.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense.
Darrell is going to take a shot at Pirate 4.
So, Darrell, you drop your box and you're going to shoot.
Yeah. Humbug.
All right, your bowcaster bolt goes wide. Bosco.
Is it possible hit the guy behind him?
Same situation. You're up above, so it hits the floor behind.
Well, I think it looks like it's getting crowded in this place, and so we got Luck and Darrell providing cover. I don't know. Do you want me to keep moving boxes, boss, or I've got my rifle staged in the corner of the scaffolding.
Well, if you've got a box now, you'd probably scramble toward maybe scramble toward the rifle or towards the vehicle. Why would you not have the rifle on you though? Just have it slung.
Probably because it's big and heavy, but
Okay. No, that's fine.
He's not a soldier.
and Ronnke like moved me, so but I would have been like in the corner, like ready for defense. But if I'm helping with the boxes, that's what I'm doing while you guys keep the soldiers away, unless you tell me you need backup.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, you could just like stay low, scramble.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know that there's only a handful of guys over there. This is probably only going to take a couple of seconds.
But I guess would I carry my rifle? I don't know. I'm not a combat guy, so I don't know if that would be normal or not.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's entirely believable that you just leaned it up against the vehicle or something like that.
Even
I
real
definitely
soldiers
have
don't
my-
keep their rifle on them all the time.
I got
They
my
get in
card.
trouble
don't
for
want
that.
to get slapped.
Yes, they
I mean,
get
I
in
got
trouble
my-
for that. No, it's fine.
I
Go
have my-
ahead and just take your box in. That'd be fine.
Yeah, so I'll keep. I'm hustling now, like
Scramble,
holy
yeah.
shit, being careful. And if Luck or Darrell or anybody says, "Hey, we need help," then I'm ready to run to my position and provide more help. So
But yeah.
Bosco's just going to continue.
If he had actual points in soldier, he would absolutely have his rifle on him.
Does
It
Bosco have
weighs-
points in soldier?
It weighs 10 pounds, and I don't know how big these boxes are that we're carrying back and forth. So I don't know. I
They're
didn't do
fairly
it.
heavy.
'Cause-
No, you're fine.
All right, so your rifle's leaning up against somewhere.
Thing is 10 pounds?
Yeah, why is it so heavy?
I don't know. It's a blaster rifle, but I do have my carbine on me.
Oh, well,
That is definitely slung.
okay. I don't know
Wait,
why
you
you'd need
carry
both.
both?
Yeah, man, he's training to be a sniper.
Okay, so the blaster rifle is a long rifle.
Okay, in that case, he probably wouldn't have the carbine. He'd have the rifle and like maybe a pistol. You don't carry
Well, he doesn't.
two of those around.
He probably doesn't need the long rifle in here anyway.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's all fine.
I need it.
All right, so Bosco, you continue to carry boxes. Okay, so this guy will be targeting luck. He's going to be running and shooting.
That's a good way to reduce your chances of hitting.
You know, Luck should just let Tina paint his armor pink
No,
so that he always draws all the attention.
no. It's already white. Although, to be fair, he's wearing the that poncho thing, so need to get a warder's cloak.
Not even close.
Those guys are pretty bold, firing shots like that in a fuel refinery.
They're just dumb pirates. Somewhere, you're fairly certain there's a lieutenant saying, "Sergeant, what do those rifles shoot?"
That's right.
What are we
Yeah.
supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Okay. Next. Why is it not highlighting them? He will evaluate the situation and go, oh shit. He'll use partial cover. They're on the corner, so he's -2. And that's his move. I guess, no. No, he'll just move. This guy will stand there and evaluate his options. Luck.
All right, Mr. Buddy that's in the thing. I'm going to shoot at him. Pew, pew, pew. And 1 potential hit because it's only a success by 0.
On number 5,
On number 5, yes.
you took into account his
Oh, wait,
cover.
that's going to be... I forgot. I missed a +1. That is going to be a success by 2. Or success by 1, so 2 potential hits.
And you have his cover, yes.
Yep.
Do your damage.
So, center mass both times. For 22 and 21, respectively.
That's easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was like waiting to, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to actually click the advance button.
Drill.
Darrell will fire on Pirate 4 again.
Okay.
Oh, that guy ran out in the open for you, didn't he?
And misses again.
You could take into account all-out attack if you wanted. You're fairly safe at the moment. They seem to be occupied with shooting the guy that's shooting them at the moment. Bosco, you continue lifting your box.
I do, but I want to make a skill roll because I don't want to just like. So.
Okay. What skill?
Can I do like smuggling or freight handling or something? Maybe to do twice as much.
You can do freight handling, but that's more for the loading up. But give me a roll on that one.
You roll lifting, make sure you don't strain your back.
I'm trying to find is it a table? Where are they located? Abilities.
Do you have the skill or you're rolling on default?
I'm rolling on default.
You weirdo.
It's either that or I'm just gonna bust out my rifle and take some shots. My carbine.
Might make you feel better.
He's like, okay, guys, don't die without me. Okay, so let's do this. He'll do a fast draw roll for his carbine. He's got it slung over his shoulder. Can he do a fast draw on that?
Yep.
Do you have fast draw long arms?
Nope.
Nope.
There's no default for it, is there?
No.
No, you can't default that apparently.
But it's a. So how do I, roll for it, quote unquote, roll to try to get a point later with the rule that we use?
That's a funny thing about those no default roles like that is how the hell do you actually increase that? Because at some point you have to actually attempt
the
it.
200 hours.
Other
it's
than that,
And I just envision it's like, what are you doing? Are you just going to the range and fast draw, put it back, fast draw, put it back, fast draw, put it
well,
back?
I mean, that's how you actually do it, but I would think that would count as a default attempt.
Yeah, but some things don't have defaults like fast draw.
Right, which makes it weird. I think the point there is not that you can't draw it fast, it's that you can't attempt to draw it as a free action without having done it enough to qualify for a point. But never minding that.
All right.
So he's gonna run to a corner behind the stairs, maybe here at the bottom of the stairs. Use cover
So that's
as well
a
as
ladder.
possible. The ladder, sorry, and then ready his weapon.
All right, so you're climbing down the ladder.
Or I might have already been at the bottom.
No, we determined that you were on the middle level.
That was like several rounds ago, wasn't it?
No, last round you were carrying a box.
Yeah, it's only been 2 seconds.
Okay, then I'm not gonna go down the ladder. I'm gonna go to the corner.
Okay, that's fine.
And I will crouch.
All right. Pirate 4 is going to again bulk and run for cover. Basically needs a crit.
That ain't it.
Pirate 6 will take aim. He's going to take aim on Bosco.
Unfortunately for him, I am shooting him and success by 5, possible 3 hits. Wow, he managed to dodge him. He managed to dodge him, but he no longer has that aim on Bosco.
This is true.
It's true. Darrell will aim on Space Pirate 6.
Bosco.
He Coltrane.
Okay, did I have a chance to ready my weapon on the last round?
You could, but you have to make a Dex -2 roll. Otherwise, because you did a full move. So failing a Dex -2 roll means you will drop your weapon as you are pulling it out and running.
Can I use my close quarters battle skill instead?
No,
Because
that's just for shooting.
presumably I would be trained in not dropping it, but could not.
Now this is more you're trying to draw your weapon while also running.
Okay.
You could choose to, well, at this point, since you've rolled, you'd have to choose luck, but you could choose to not draw your weapon and have just run, and then use this turn to draw your weapon.
Yeah, I think I only moved 3 hexes.
That's still more than a step.
So I failed 2 by 2. So what happens?
That
I
means
just
you'll
drop
drop your weapon.
So it's just hanging on my chest
So
from my sling.
it'll be hanging on your sling. You sort of pull it out and fumble.
Okay, so I will take this turn to ready the weapon. I didn't ready it last round.
Okay. So you'll spend this turn readying. All right. This space pirate is going to take aim at Luck from his cover. This guy goes shit. He's just going to have a shot at Luck, Bosco. I did do the -3. So he succeeded by 3, so that's a hit. You'll have 1 hit.
Was that with cover?
I don't know exactly what cover Bosco will have since it's just open.
Okay,
Railing.
well, in that case, he is crouching at least, so that'd be the -2.
All right.
I'm looking out for you, man.
So in that case, that's a miss.
No, yeah, I appreciate that. I know he dodged last time, so he doesn't have aim, so he was just taking a wild shot.
Got success by 4 against the guy that, what is it, number 4? So that's 3 possible hits.
All right, so he has no choice but to dodge.
So looks
One
like
will
he
hit.
dodged 2. That's gonna be, yeah, okay, right, yeah, 1. Oh, so close, but so far away. Wow, that was crap damage. 12. Still, that should hurt a little bit.
So Daryl aimed for a turn, and he will shoot at Pirate 6.
All right, Pirate 4 is not stunned.
Well, you got him that time.
6 will attempt to dodge.
No, he won't.
Oh, critical hit. No, he still gets an attempt to dodge. Well, no, because
No,
it only
there's
fires
only-
one
only
shot.
Hit with 1.
Yeah, it only fires 1.
Do your damage.
Well, he has to roll on the critical hit table too.
This is true.
Wahaha.
It's likely to be a major wound, regardless. Unless you roll really shit.
But that's impaling, so
impaling.
he gets to roll on the torso to see if you get the vitals. So close.
Impaling still doubled. Alright, so that's one death roll. He's not dead. Actually, yeah. He's not dead. But he will fail his major wound roll, so he'll sort of fall to his knee.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
Bosco.
thinking it was. I think it was Dark Forces that had the bowcaster that was basically a shotgun. It had a spread on it.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Not with a shotgun spread.
You sure?
Anyway, Bosco, your turn.
Not certain.
She's
I'm
Okay.
not imagining that.
Does the Space Pirate 4, what kind of cover does he have?
Papa.
From you, he'll have full cover.
Okay. Then he's gonna. I mean, he just saw Space Pirate 6 get hit, but it's kind of all happening at the same time. So he'll take a burst on Space Pirate 6.
You should yeah. You still have the other ones. There we go.
So let's see. It's he doesn't have any cover, right? Space Pirate 6.
He does not have any cover from you.
I think I just have the -3 then for the range, and it's been a while since I've shot anybody. A +1 for my spectral laser, blah blah blah. So okay, so shooting.
Good hunting.
I'm gonna use my luck if I miss, anyways. So I don't know if I did that right.
That's interesting.
Okay.
It didn't say. It didn't say how many he succeeded by or would have potentially hit.
I rolled on the wrong spot.
Yeah, you rolled the skill.
I rolled the skill. Yeah.
Bad FX. Bad.
I know there's just
So-
like so many places to click on this thing.
Combat tab. That's pretty much where you want to be right now.
But I believe that would be 3 hits, right?
So
If he
you're
doesn't dodge.
firing 3 shots.
Yeah, that'll be 3.
At half move and dodge, he has no hope to your damage.
Oh, sorry, that's
Good
not the
God,
right
man.
one. That's the rifle.
I was gonna say,
Sorry.
holy crap.
Let me re-roll those. So those are 3 shots with the carbine.
22, 18, 22. That's still pretty good.
All right.
I got it hot shotted.
Carbine. Oh, right. Yeah, that's why I forgot you did that.
He goes down. In fact, you may have taken him to automatic death. Yes, you would have.
Yeah, I guess that would
Get
have,
one.
Well, that dude did get hit by a blowcaster.
that's great, kid. Don't get cocky.
All right. How dumb is this guy? He has to make a health roll to start with.
Dumb pirates don't last very long.
He's up.
He's nice roll.
He reckons he's got a chance. Okay, so let's see. He'll take aim.
Pew, pew, pew by 4, maximum 3 hits at him. You sure he wants to aim?
I don't think that's going to work out too well for him.
You go aiming at me. Oof, critical fail.
So he will trip and...
Oh, the third one's going to be in the vitals.
Yeah, he will trip and fall into your blaster bolts.
So 13, 14. Oh, man, 26.
And then die.
One to the vitals. Damn.
I'm not mathing that at all, so
It's
he just
52?
he just dies.
Yep, 52 and 14 and 30. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Okay, you will continue to load.
What are you doing, Bosco? Get that stuff loaded.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. And he like gets up, slings his rifle over his shoulder, and picks up the box and starts loading again.
Okay, so how are we going for time? I think unless everyone's going to be here next week.
I might be late, but I should.
Yeah, looks like everybody will be here.
Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of going late today, so that we have a reasonable session next week, because you'll finish this up next week. I think we'll leave it here with you guys having loaded up the stuff, and you make your break on the speeders, which will lead into a chase.
Because of course.
Next.
As you tear down the various passageways of this station on your speeders, you are joined, or the chase is joined by a couple of other speeders who are intent on shoosting you. So next week we will have to work out who's in what speeder.
Well, these aren't speeders, these are grav lifters, so this is a low speed chase.
Good times.
You still get your chase rolls. They'll be at bonuses.
This is like the AT-AT race.
Better times.
However, you will see this guy standing sort of on the prow of one of the speeders, because pirates.
So they're using skiffs, not actual speeders.
Sure.
I don't see a guy. There he is.
Oh, I like it. I
That's
like the
not
helmet.
bad.
So he's on the prow of the skiff saying, "Blast him!" And I guess Dexa will be with you at this point. And Ral will be shouting out, "You traitor!" And we'll leave it there.
Alrighty then.
So next week, it'll probably be a short session as well. But we'll leave it here. As you make your way with haste to the docking base or hangar base.
Excellent. I just want to retcon my montage with one thing. That after Darryl punts luck and his jetpack goes off in this cartoonish montage, Daryl looks at the screen, looks at the audience, and then does a Wookiee soft shoe shuffle off screen. I forgot about that. I wanted to add.
I am surrounded by weirdos.
All right, so since we've got a little bit of time, does anyone have any bookkeeping they want to take care of now?
I am trying to figure out my bookkeeping.
We're 2 points, yes?
You will have 2 points.
Yep.
You will actually, if Bosco, you wanted to roll default freight handling.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I can take a point in freight handling and a point in fast draw long arm.
You won't be able to take a point in fast draw, unfortunately. That's something that you have. Well, it's not a default. You can't roll defaults on fast draw.
Yeah, when a lot of those skills you can probably pick up between the adventures because, well, not the last one, obviously, because we kind of jumped right into it. But when we have some space in between them, you can pick up stuff like that probably and get away with it.
The way it would normally be handled is, for stuff that doesn't have a default, is you can get training. So or you can spend time training. So 200 hours of practice will get you 1 free point. If you have points to spend, you can get someone to train you, and I think it's an IQ roll, straight IQ roll. If you spend a week training with someone, then you can spend a character point. If you want to train overnight, you have the time use penalties, which is -9, I think, to your IQ roll. If you want to learn, say, fast draw overnight and spend a point in it. So you would certainly be able to learn fast draw in between sessions, or episodes, I should say, not sessions. Unless you want to take 24 hours to learn it, and then you have to make an IQ roll -9. If you succeed, you can spend the point. Otherwise, you just wasted that time training.
Yeah, just make a note that you want to add that, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, sure.
It's martial arts, I think, is the training. I think it's actually called training montage.
I think that was the first part that showed up in, yeah.
So it's like around 170 something, I think. I think it's actually called training montage in martial arts. Anyway. If you want to make a freight handling roll on default, you're welcome to. If you fail,
I
Holy
failed.
God.
during the chase, boxes are going to start falling.
But I have luck. I can use my luck.
Okay. Use your luck.
That's hilarious.
All right. So boxes will still start falling, or may
Just
start
not
falling.
as many.
Yeah, it
It
just
says
won't be as disastrous.
Wait a sec. When was the last time you used luck?
It says it's the skill of supervising, loading, and unloading. A successful roll lets you cut time by 20%.
When did Bosco use his luck last?
Just now, 6:31.
But you
No,
used
before
luck
that.
before that.
Yeah, 4:57, like an hour and a half ago.
All right, lucky.
I was thinking about bumping mine up to the next level.
Every 30 minutes.
Uh-huh. I don't think I've seen anybody ever do that.
In my face-to-face game, I've got someone that has it at every 30 minutes. Basically means, yeah, because combats can take time, so there's luck rolls virtually all the time.
No, you're going to do that. You need to make sure to do it properly and get it every 15 minutes.
One thing at a time.
All right, so next session, you are welcome to make or if you wish, you can spend a point in freight handling now. But boxes may fall off during the chase.
Can I put a point into charisma? Or 5? It's 5.
You can, if you wish. Oh, wait a sec. Charisma is a mental ability, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because some things you can't get after play.
Yeah, you'd have to check that. I don't remember where that is.
I think your mental abilities you can get after play. It's certain physical ones. I'll have to reference the section, but I think it's okay to bump your charisma.
Okay. I'll just leave it blank for now. Maybe next time I'll bring it up and then give us a chance to look at it. For now, I won't spend any points.
All right. Well, we'll pick this up next week.
Yep, I'm good. I'm done.
If you're watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye-bye.
See ya.